I knew that I wanted to go to Australia in the first place, but because there's so many states, I didn't know which one I would go to. So I went to this uni kind of event in Singapore. It's hosted by AUG, which is like a student agency, which helps you choose your university. And so I went there, and there were different universities. And I sat down with this agent, and she asked me, what are you interested in? What are your priorities? Do you prefer party life? Do you prefer the peaceful life? And the moment I said peaceful, she said, I know Adelaide is the perfect place for you. And I said, yeah, I'll go for it. And also, since I wanted to study marketing, she told me that UniSA would be good because of their errand-based research institute. And I did my own research as well, and I found it to be my liking.
When I was studying in Hong Kong, they do have a very, very stressful exam to get into uni, and get into uni in Hong Kong is so hard and so difficult. So the year before I have to do the exam, I reckon there's no way I can get into the university in Hong Kong. So I just got home and I told my mom can I just study overseas, and it may be less stressful and more relaxing, and she was like, yeah, okay.
By the time I finished uni in the Philippines, this was in 2008, I realized that establishing a nursing career would be really difficult because at that time there was a pool of graduates for nurses, and we were having a hard time being able to get a job in hospitals, and there was just a massive pool of graduates. And so I told my parents that if I stay here, there's gonna be nothing for me, and they decided to support me with that decision and gave all that they have.
Because I really like music, and I wanted to know more about how to teach as a music teacher. So I specifically chose my major to be music education and pedagogy. So I was planning to study in Australia. So there wasn't much university that provide this course. So I chose Adelaide specifically because of the environment. I feel it's more peaceful than it's a city, but I feel that it's more peaceful compared to Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah.
So one of the reasons is that I think there was a survey I saw this survey on the internet, the top 10 best city to live in, and there was Melbourne, Adelaide, and I wanted to go to Melbourne, but it was too crowded, it was too big, so I was thinking, maybe Adelaide's just the right size for me.
Because I wanted to do masters in health services management, and somehow I had a lot of friends who told me that Adelaide is a very good place, you should go there. They've been living in Melbourne and Sydney, but nobody is here in Adelaide, but they've told me that this is a good place. So yeah, that was one reason, and because of the university.
It was quite a sudden decision for me to come to Adelaide. So before that, once I graduated from my high school, so my dad asked me whether I want to go to any country for my studies. So I was like, yeah, why not Australia? Because I want to pick something that's has a much different culture compared to Malaysia. Yeah, and Australia is quite close to Malaysia as well. So therefore I choose here.
We went to an agent, the overseas study agent, and then she recommended a few countries, and she was it's either England or in Australia, but the cultural in Australia is probably more close to Hong Kong compared to England, because the food and the weather and the time is very similar to Hong Kong. So that's why I choose Australia. And then I apply for a few uni, and then they reckon the Adelaide uni is probably quite a nice one. It's the best 8 in Australia, so that's why I choose Uni Adelaide. And then that's why I came to Adelaide, and then after that I reckon I will probably try UniSA. So I kind of study in both uni.
In 2013, I applied for a university. So it was a bit of challenging finding a city in Australia, but then the moment I realized that some of my friends have moved here, then that was easy. And plus the idea of being able to just afford, especially when it comes to fees, Adelaide is much more cheaper compared to Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney. So it was a definitely quick choice for me straight away to just choose Adelaide because I had friends that moved here, and plus it was cheaper, and of course being able to like establish a career.
Also, one of my really good friends, he started living in Adelaide first. So yeah, he kind of, made me come here.
So I was going through this agency called AUG, yeah, and they asked me, which state you want to go, like what's your interest, and so I told them like, I want the place that have the cheapest cost of living, like in the whole Australia, and I want to have a much more peaceful and like a chill living lifestyle, and they told me like, yeah, Adelaide is the perfect place for you, and they also asked me what I want to study. I say something related to health, yeah, and therefore they say Adelaide UniSA has one of the best allied health education. So therefore, yeah, I choose to study here.